Good day, viewers. Walter here, tinkering with my cameras again, thinking more on my project. I got several good ideas, still playing with it in my mind. I've had several helpful suggestions, and I'll consider them all. I kind of got some ideas in my head the way I want to do it. Might make quite a project when I finally get around to doing it. It won't be too long. I noticed last night by checking my cameras that my fox was back again. I just got one shot of him. And we had some old Rice Krispie cereal. I brought that out today. Dumped it on the ground over there. I'm going to dump a little bit of it right here too. And maybe a fox will eat some Rice Krispies. Could put some bread out here. I know he ain't eating corn, but he comes around sniffing it. Corn was on gall this morning, and I moved my camera out of the woods back over here where it was the first day I caught some critters. Put some Rice Krispies and corn up there. I'll show you that before I go in. I thought I'd share one of my stories with you today. My story that I told the other day about crashing somebody's mirror brings it to mind. So for lack of anything better to do today up for a vlog, I'm going to tell you the story of my stepmother, the bad driver. We lived in Florida. My stepmother was one of the sweetest people you ever want to meet. She raised me from the time I was about 12. I think I was about 12 or 13 when I first started noticing she wasn't a very good driver. And I took a driver's education when I was 14. And then I knew for sure, I was in junior high at the time, I knew for sure she couldn't drive worth a flip. I noticed she was running stop signs and not obeying the traffic signs and just drove any old way she pleased. So, I got to where I was a little bit scared to ride with her. Later on, I did all the driving. But, I didn't know at the time that she didn't even have a driver's license. She'd been driving for years. Her children, by her previous marriage, were older than me, and none of them believed it. They thought she had a driver's license, but she didn't. She had some medical problems with her, diabetes and stuff. And I rode with her to Orlando, Florida, which was about 70 miles away, to see the doctor. And we're in this big old medical building. She went in to do her doctor's visit. I sat in the car and waited. While she was in there, it commenced to rain like cats and dogs. As soon as it slacked up a little bit, she came and got in the car. No sooner had she got in the car, it started pouring again. Rice Krispies, fresh from the store, come and get it. She put that it was a big old Lincoln. She put that thing in reverse, went to backing out of this parking place, crashed right in the side of a little sports car. Now this was a medical building, and I kind of got a hunch it was one of them doctor's cars. And I leaned out the door of the passenger side. I was sitting shotgun. And she said, "Did I hit it?" Like she didn't know. I said, "Yeah, the whole side of it's caved in." I went to get out of the car to go investigate. She reached and grabbed me by the collar of my shirt, yanked me back in the car. "Where are you going?" "I'm going to get out and see how bad it is." "No, hell, you ain't neither." She closed that door. She put that car in drive, and we commenced to leave in that parking lot. We drove away. I looked back over my shoulder, and that car was just, the whole side of it was caved in. So I hope he had insurance. And if he's listening to this story, he's got to be 99 years old anyway. So there's nothing he can do about it. But I left all the way home. Wasn't long after that I started doing all the driving for her. But when I went to get my regular driver's license, she took me down there. And I said, "You want to get yours?" No, I ain't going to do that. She never did get a driver's license. So I got to wondering, you know, she drove herself to work every day. She worked for civil service as a telephone operator at Patrick Air Force Base. And I got to wondering how many more wrecks she drove away from. You couldn't hurt that big old Lincoln. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that little story with you while I'm out here checking my cameras today. For the life of me, I can't remember if I turned on this camera. So we're going to turn it off and on again just to make sure. No, I didn't turn it on. Never even closed the container.